Hello, good morning, people of the internet looking for something to do. Um, some of y'all need to get to work, but uh, just to comment on, I'll let you guys know I'm doing all right for the ones that want to know, and just trying to get my discipline back together and stuff. You know what I'm saying? I gotta get things done. Um, but just let you guys have a great day with whatever you're doing today. So, um, have fun. Make it fun if it's not. Do your best. Always try your best, man. Don't give up. Never give up. Don't quit. Do the things you need to do. And you dig deep down inside, you know the things you need to do. Um, Basically, you guys just have a great, successful day today. Make it fun. And for you struggling out there, look into God. That's all I can say is God does a lot for me. I pray a lot, and He always answers. I always get an answer, one way or another. It might not come right away. Most of the time, it doesn't come right away. It takes a little bit, but it ends up flattening out and going up. So like I do get a lot in prayer. Thank you, Lord. He is my Lord and Savior. Say a little prayer for you guys today. Lord Jesus Christ, Father God, whoever comes across us, let them have a good day, a safe day, a successful day, and a fun day. Show them the way, Lord. Show them the way. Amen. Just quick one, 'cause He is my Lord and Savior. I gotta put that out there. But to each of you, your own, do what you want with this. But maybe middle of summer, middle of July or end of July, or maybe August even is when I'll come back and I'll start doing some trying to do some full-time videos and whatnot, and got to get ready for the NFL season coming up. My Tigers are doing great, best team in baseball right now. So hope that keeps going for the Tigers. The Pistons look promising, very promising. So we're excited to see what happens after the draft for them. My Red Wings got a lot of stuff to do. They're kind of like they're mid-tier. They're just missing playoffs. So they're like a few people away from actually winning playoff games. Not just getting into the playoffs, but winning playoff games. So excited for them. See how that goes this summer. Good old Michigan. Michigan's such a great place. Such a great place. But our politicians have not been great for like 100 years. Every one of them. Some type of scam or something going on. Cesting our state and our city. I wish like some of these people in Michigan would actually take time and look at what's going on around them. They just focus what's on the news. Anything, if you're looking for actual truth, I guess, as close as you can get it, would be going and looking at documents, not not an article written by a news person at all. There's always something there, a couple words that change the whole thing or whatnot. Um, like when the pandemic stuff came out, uh, federal court ordered, I think it was Johnson and Johnson, to put out their whole manual on the COVID shot, and they're like, okay, we will we'll put one page out every 5 years. And the judge said, no, you're putting it all out now, and it basically destroyed them. I downloaded that. I don't know what happened to it, but I sent it to everybody, and I told them where to read what was inside those shots. And this is an actual document from Johnson and Johnson, right? So, and it comes off of the court website, which at the time I couldn't find the court website because Google wasn't letting me. They kept pushing me into news articles. So at that time, I went to Yahoo, and I pulled it up almost right away on Yahoo. I got the court site, and I pulled up those documents. Man, there's a lot of stuff. Yeah, I went from like page 19 to 29 or something like that. But man, it was the writing was so small. There was like, even if you zoomed in on it, you had to have like a magnifying glass. I thought I was bad with my eyesight, but like my family members and stuff were reading it. They had to get magnifying glasses plus the zoom. That's how much stuff of crap was just thrown into this. But yeah, that's, if you look for something, go directly to courts, go to Washington White House, or the Capitol, the federal Capitol building, and you can pull up stuff that they have because it's public record. Well, most of it, they have classified things too, but you won't see that. But it's public record. Anything that's public record, the way they have it is usually the way it goes. And then from there you can look up, laws and whatnot and stuff, and how these judges judge stuff. So, but please do your research, because there's a lot of people still think because they read something, they know what's going on, and it's completely false. But a lot of stuff, even probably most of even like from the federal Capitol building and stuff, they might twist things around too as well. So, that's why once you read the actual what they said, and then highlight key points to look up like laws or whatever, constitutional rights, you gotta look that stuff up as well. It's just, a lot of people don't seem to realize it, or they don't have time. A lot of people are still just stuck on their phones. I'm stuck on my phone all the time. I'm always watching YouTube, which is not good. It's not good. It's not even good with my Lord and Savior. So it tells you, like, I got work. I'm not perfect. I'm not perfect. I got lots and lots of work. That's why I need to get my discipline back. I need to get things going around my house. A lot of things, rough year to start for me. My dad passed, and on the 14th of February, go figure, right? And dealing with the tombstone thing and the graveyard thing, man, What a pain. The graveyard, my parents got their plots were bought by my dad's parents. So that was already set. They did their life insurance so they could get, have some money to get the stuff they needed for the funeral home, the casket, which, by the way, I looked up. In this state, you can build your own caskets. You don't have to buy one. Might want to look it up in your state. But like they were trying to tell me that you have to buy a casket. I'm like, no, I don't. I can build it. There's a law right here. You know. And in this state, everything that I've read points to you can bury your family members in your backyard, put a tombstone, all that stuff, and put it, you let the state and the cities and the counties know, and that's how you get tax-free property. They can't tax it ever. So, like, if you have a house and you leave it to your kid, one of your kids, or all your kids, or whatever, they'll have a tax-free house, which might happen anyway, because I know they're fighting it right now. I've been watching. They're fighting. I just don't get some of these politicians. They're fighting to stop paying property tax every single year like it used to be. And that's the way it should be. You don't need property tax. There's enough to make off of tariffs. And a lot of people don't know we already had some tariffs going. Not a lot, but we had some. And we're making money. And the tariffs, you're going to have a time period when it goes through, and when it's got to set in and settle. And our society here in the United States, everybody needs something now. Everybody needs something now. They need it now. So they're frustrated with the tariffs, but they don't seem to understand. In the long run, then in a few years, it's going to be way better. Way, way, way better. You just gotta suffer a little, or whatever, if that's what you want to call it. It's all about sacrifice. This is your country. Sacrifice for your country to make it better. The other thing is, I don't get why they defend illegal aliens, because they're illegal. Illegal is bad. Legal is good. It's like they don't understand. I don't get these politicians neither. Like, they got freaking college degrees. People with college degrees don't fucking understand this shit. What the fuck is up with that? Pardon my language. It gets me upset. But that's where I am, It's what up, Delmas? What up, TKD Bar? What up? I got two people. But yeah, a lot of people with college degrees can't even understand the concept of your amendments and stuff like that, which is the top law. It trumps everything down. It's just like your states that legalized marijuana. If they really want to get you, all they got to do is bring in the federal law. And the federal law is against it, so you're done. Because federal law goes above state law, and the Constitution and all your amendments is above that. People don't seem to understand that. I don't understand how they don't understand that. But yeah, just venting a little. Illegal aliens ain't supposed to vote. They're not legal. dumbest. But I see what you're saying because that's the questioning of what happened with some of the elections. You know, they were letting them vote. You're not supposed to vote. They're illegal. They broke the law. They should be in jail or kicked out of the country, put back where they came from. Now, if you're an alien, just the alien, not an illegal alien, you're legal, you're fine. You're in the process of doing the right stuff. And technically, we need people coming from other countries that understand it, because once they'll know the history and the Constitution and all that stuff way better than people born here. So, need help with that. We take stuff for granted, We do. We take stuff for granted constantly. I'm always catching myself and like, you know what? I did all that. I took that for granted. I should have realized that earlier today. But no. It slips your mind. There's so much distraction in today's world. So much I need stuff now. I got to get it done, or I got to get it now before somebody else gets it and I miss out, type thing. It's a lot. But, all I can say is prepare yourselves for anything. Always have at least 30 days of water and food in your house in case shit hits the fan. And because like after 30 days, everybody's going to be pretty much like, okay, we're coming back, or it's not going good, so it's going to be a while. Then they're going to start coming out and coming after people who have food because they want food. Survival of the fittest. But that's why I say only do like 30 days, maybe a little bit more if we can. Hide some pieces here and there or whatever, bury some somewhere, and do what you got to do. Take it what I'm saying for grain of salt. But yeah, shout out to all my collector homies out there. Love you guys. What's up, Big M? Wow. Yeah, at least my thing's working today. The other night I was trying to get on it. Shit wasn't getting on Kaz's show. It kept sending me to a second thing. And he wouldn't like click me on. I had to do all kinds of shit. And then finally it took me like an hour and a half to get on the Kaz show. Shout out Kaz, Bruce. Yeah, so the Banger Society is going to have a lot of stuff. We're still going to do the best, I guess, like your favorite box office movies of 1989. That's coming up, I think. I think you got 2 weekends left, I think. Let me check. Dude, I got to send my stuff in. Shit. Okay, so we got we got a week from this. So we got about 2 weeks for that. But, so how's everybody doing? Y'all collecting stuff? Y'all doing what you got to do? Big M, TKD bar. Yes, TKD bar for sure. For sure. I'm almost down there. I'm about 5 more pounds. And then I'm going to start hitting the stationary bike hard and doing squats and dumbbells to start off, and I'll do that for a few weeks, and then I'll get into bigger stuff, and I'll be hitting the push-ups like a motherfucker too. Pardon my language. And I'll start trying to walk 10 miles a day. Hey, what up, old school? What up? Oh, last day of vacation. Hope you enjoyed it, Big M. Hope everything's going good, man. Yeah, I hear you, TKD bar. Yeah, push-ups are so underrated. You know, when I was in the army, man, I caught on to that quick, and I'd start mouthing off to my drill sergeants and NCOs just to get push-ups. I was badass at push-ups at one point for a long time. But you know, like back in I think like 2013 or 14, I said I need a break. I just kind of went to walking. I didn't change my eating habits, which I should have did. And man, the fat rolled up on me real quick. You know, so not as active, I guess. And then in 15, I retired, did all kinds of stuff that in 15 and 16. And then in 18, I bought this house and started doing my daily routine walks. But man, I thought it would be better out here on the dirt roads. People fly down the dirt road so freaking fast. It's crazy. I know it's like unmarked dirt roads here are 55 miles an hour, but dude, they had to be doing more than that. Even when somebody's walking, though, you're supposed to slow down. You know, and I don't have that great eyesight, so I have to get up in trees sometimes, make sure I don't get hit. But yeah, yeah, push-ups are very good. So if you want to get really strong, do pull-ups, man. Pull-ups are that was like one of my worst things to do because we didn't do it as much in the army. Our thing was the push-up. Pull-ups is the Marine thing. We did pull-ups, but not like a lot. Not like we did. You know, push-ups is an everyday thing. Builds your core, strengthens your back, makes you a stud in bed when you're good up on push-ups. You know, you need them arm and back strength and all that stuff. You really do. Shout out girls. But yeah, just thought I'd come on here. I think I'm gonna try to do the morning routine, tell everybody hi and real quick and have a good day and stuff like that, and maybe say a small prayer for everybody to stay safe and stuff like that type thing, or maybe every other day, something like that. But yeah, um, just remember life is great no matter how bad it gets. Life is great. If you get depression and all them things start going through your head, what am I going to get this and how am I going to try to focus that out and don't worry about it? And usually it goes away. It'll go away eventually, one way or another. And things will pick up for you. It just depends on the timing and how long it takes. Sometimes it might take a couple of years, you know? So, like, Try not to get depressed. Because like if I start getting like worried about stuff and I get that little depression, and I go into thinking, I'm like, okay, stop thinking. I'm thinking about myself. I'm being selfish. I'm gonna concentrate on helping people and doing other things, and that's when stuff happens for me. It, I would think it would help everybody if they did that, but I'm not sure. Everybody's a little different, you know. Um, and just let you guys know what's in my head. In my head. What's in my head? In my head. I can't sing. No, I can't. Can't even come close. No, no, no. Uh, yeah, that was a good song that year. Zombie by Cranberries. 94, 95. I just remember I was in Korea and it was summertime out and I heard that. And it was like starting to play everywhere. And that was in Korea. Like, you know, not just on post, outside in actual Korea, like South Korea, you know, going to bars or clubs or shopping. You just heard that stuff. Crazy, huh? If you ever guys get a chance, go to Korea. Korea is so fun. So fun. Great people there. Great people. Germany as well. Most of Europe. But yeah, buddy. You'll see, like, if you can get out of the United States, you'll see the differences in the world. It's not as bad as you think because of media. Our cities and stuff look like shit compared to most Asian cities and probably even most European cities. Here they look like shit. You know, and that was from 15 years ago, or not 15 years ago. Uh, 29 years ago. I saw that stuff, you know. Yeah. Got to see some cool stuff like Frankenstein's castle. Um, you know, just all kinds of old buildings and stuff. It was really cool. The difference, like, I swear, like, if you start traveling to other countries, you got to go try each one's McDonald's. They're all different. They're great. I mean, like, you know, Germany, you know, is like, dude, you can order a beer, big old, big old mug of beer with your order. You can get sausage and sauerkraut. Oh, shoot, Hawaii, even Hawaii, that's a state. Hawaii's different. They had their big thing was like sticky rice, basically shaped like a Twinkie. You know, they cut it, make it like the shape of like a Twinkie, and then they would put spam on top of it and wrap seaweed around it. That was a big thing in Hawaii. McDonald's and Burger King and all that stuff in South Korea was different, so different. Yeah, spam. Yes, TKD bar spam, spam. But yeah, shit. But you know, just thought I'd say hi. Does anybody want to jump on for a minute? TKD bar, old school. Anybody? Big M? No, I guess not. I got a new MacBook that I got to go figure out too. Got my truck started. That shit sat for like 3 months and wouldn't start. Finally got it started. Took all day yesterday. Oh. Do your business, old school. No problems. No problems. Hope you get what you need. Right there. If it shows, is it going to show? Oh, yeah. There you go, TKD bar. La 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 la. La 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 la. Hey, what's up, man?
What up, dude? What are you doing on a Monday, man?
Just chilling. It's like cloudy and cold outside, so.
What's the temp out there?
I think it's like 62 or something like that. 63.
Man, that's beautiful.
I know, but we had like 80-degree weather, like mid 80s, and then all of a sudden it just dropped, so it feels cold.
Yeah, it's about to suck for me. I've got an appointment at 1, and I got to go inspect with a public adjuster.
Oh.
We're going to be on a roof, and it's going to be in the 90s.
Oh,
it's
shit.
It's going to be fun.
No. Yeah. We'll make it fun. Take some water balloons up on there.
Say it again, man. I'm sorry.
I said make it fun. Bring some water balloons up on that roof.
Yeah. What is the most fudged up thing we've ever done on a roof? I mean, I've been on roofs with snow and stuff, man, but I don't think I've ever done. I've slipped. I've never fallen, but I've slipped.
Oh shit.
But yeah, there's been some other dudes that have slipped and they didn't make it.
Oh man.
Yeah. Every year there's a story, unfortunately, man. People taking risks and stuff.
Is it like metal roofs mostly they slip on?
No, man, it's the just the old granule style shingles.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
did they fall apart maybe?
Yeah, the thing about roofs in Texas is that our attics have no ventilation, and it's a bunch of wasted space, and all that hot air sits up there, so it causes all the blistering to happen on the top side, and all the nails to expand and push up. So it degrades the roof, and when that happens, all the granules are loose. You just like a cartoon.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So it can be pretty dangerous. And then you go down there, you slip, and then you put your hand down there, and it's like instant, like touching a skillet.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I was about to say, man, it was about this time last year you started going on in the mornings again, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a pattern I'm seeing.
Yeah.
I remember last summer you used to jump on and show us stuff, dude. It was pretty cool.
Yeah. I did like a lot of like try to motivate people for the day type for like 5-10 minutes type thing.
That's awesome, man. That's positive, dude.
Try to be positive, yeah.
Yeah.
And then I kind of fell off that. So I'm like, yeah, that's part of my discipline stuff that I need to get back into. I'm just not disciplined anymore.
I hear you, man. I've been doing a much better job about exercising because when I do that, all the energy comes back and all the drive, man. It's like I can be doing something and I'll have an epiphany because of all those endorphins and everything's pumping through me. And like I'll figure out a problem that's been bugging me for days on end, and my entire temperament will change regarding that. And
Yeah.
it's just that's when life doesn't make sense. Like Miyagi would say, you got to breathe. For me,
Mhm.
like I just need a little bit of the pump or like a
Yeah.
very rigorous cardio, and then it all makes sense again, man.
After you work out, do you walk by your wife and be like, as you're walking by, and just like real quick go,
All the time, man. I'm
yes,
always posing in front of her, dude.
you want to go upstairs?
All the time. She's cool though.
Yeah.
She threw me a bone this morning. I can't complain.
Oh, nice.
Oh yeah. That's motivation for my Monday. Or is all my motivation gone now? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I got what I wanted.
Hey man, that was the one good thing about like when I was in the army, like when I was married, every time before a PT test, man, you get up early in the morning, she'd give it to you, and dude, passed PT test with flying colors. I just, roar.
Yeah, attitude. It does change attitude too. That is another cure, man.
Mm-hmm.
So what you got planned this week?
To do a lot, but I don't know what order yet.
I got a shit ton to do too, man. I got to get my yard ready. I got to come up with some sort of a menu because on Memorial Day I'm gonna have a big party, have people over, watch the game, horseshoes, play some musical bingo, stuff like that. I
Oh,
get like about 50 people to come over, but I
yeah.
got a lot to do, and I got to wrap up a few claims, a few files first.
Yeah, I got to get my, I got to redo my garden. So I got to order some more dirt. I got to knock down these. I made some, like planters for my garden.
Yeah.
Out of, what do you call them? Pallets.
Yeah.
Because they were free. And they're kind of old and kind of decaying now. So I just got to get rid of them and do a whole new thing. And plus with the fence there now, I'm going to move it over towards the fence a little bit.
I got you. What kind of grass do you have up there, man, in Michigan?
We have all kinds of grass here.
Yeah.
Everybody has different grass, it seems like.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I
Like
love
you go to one neighborhood, they got like bluegrass, and you go to another neighborhood, they got like shaded grass. You go to another neighborhood, and you see that they were cheap, and they just kind of like got regular grass with crabgrass mixed in and shit.
Yeah, man. I like I have like a Bermuda St. Augustine blend, and it is so resilient. And it if you water it, it's always gonna look real green. But you can't do any of the patterns with the mowers with that kind of grass. You know what I mean? It looks great, it looks fantastic, but you can't really, it's not like the highest level you can have for a yard. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like to have that, like rye or something like that you look, but people will go there, comb their grass. I love yard work, dude. That's the brown in me. That ain't ever gonna go away, man. I love doing that shit, dude. And
I like doing it if everything's right. You know what I'm saying? Like if I have all the good stuff, I don't want to keep. There's times where sometimes you do something and you got to keep stopping because you got to do something a different way, and you might not have that piece or part or tool or something. Then you just got to be like, suck it up, and I got to go get it.
Yeah, I hate interrupting my work because then I'm just gonna look at my phone, get on YouTube, and I'll lose all motivation after that. YouTube, man. If you want to talk about motivation, dude, YouTube kills my motivation, dude. Look at me. I'm supposed to be finishing up a $200,000 file. And I'm like, oh, no, I'm just going to hang out with Kurt.
Exactly. It's like That's why I was like, I need a break. I'm doing too much night stuff, and I'm sleeping. I'm going to bed at like 4 or 5, and I'm sleeping till 11 or 12, or sometimes I'll get up at 9, or I can't sleep, and it just ruins my day. And I'm just like dragging, like,
What are you doing at night, man?
Well, at night it would be like doing this.
Oh, okay.
Doing this stuff. On YouTube.
This shit's fun, man, but it'll kill my drive on Sunday and Saturday.
Yeah.
I gotta get stuff doing, man. I love jumping on with you guys.
Mm-hmm.
But man, it just the next day it eats up too much of my energy. It takes too much for me to get it all back. I don't want to just coast through. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
But, I know what you mean on that. But I need to jump back on. I need to go back, hang out with everybody next Friday, I think.
Yeah. You're going to Joe Fest?
I think I am tentatively, yeah, unless something happens.
When is that? The 21st or something?
I can't remember. Like I have an alert on my phone for it. I tried to get tickets, I want to say a week ago, and it was really confusing. I was like, took me to another website and it wouldn't let me purchase or something like that. And so I just gave up.
Yeah. This week was our Comic-Con, or this past weekend.
Oh, badass.
I completely forgot about till Saturday night when I saw people posting pictures. I was like, oh, shit. Completely forgot all about it.
Yeah, Joe Fest is the 20th of June.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. What I like about Joe Fest is that there is, it's not just G.I. Joe, but there is so much stuff that I cannot find here in Houston, man. And in Texas, it's like a bubble. I'm always going to see the same figures, the same stuff, just traded around. And I go over there, I find vintage stuff that like Dino Riders and just other things that I just wouldn't have a shot over here in Houston. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's awesome, man. For a vintage toy hunter, it's great because everyone's there, dude. Like all the YouTubers are there, man. It's gotten a little name for itself, that event. So it's attracting a lot of big personalities, and with it, a lot of the vendors from all over the country.
Yeah. Have you ever watched it on YouTube?
Watch what?
Joe Fest.
I
was watching it
a little bit after I came back because I wanted to see what it looked like after I went last year. But it's kind of boring if you've already been there.
Yeah. Well, I was looking at it back in the teens.
Yeah.
Before the pandemic. And then I watched a couple after the pandemic, and boy, did it change. There was so much more stuff that you saw on the videos before the pandemic. I don't know why I call it a pandemic. It wasn't even a pandemic.
The stay at home and chill.
Yeah.
We were never really my family was never really grounded. You know what I'm saying? Like I still went to the store, man, at least every other day.
Yeah.
Dude,
our governor shut down all the vitamin aisles at the stores. She told us we couldn't attend to our gardens in our backyard.
That's crazy. In your own yard?
Yeah. Nobody listened to her. Our county sheriff said, we're not backing this up. A lot of sheriffs didn't back it up.
Yeah, I think a lot of people just didn't understand what was going on. There was a lot of fear involved with the whole situation. But I still went out all the time. There were a lot of rules when I went out. I didn't want to
right.
Get COVID. Once I did get COVID, dude, it knocked me on my ass. It was much later. It was the end of 21. But it was, man, Kurt, dude, brain fog is a real thing, man. And it got me.
Oh, I know. I've had that as a kid with the flu real bad.
For sure, yeah.
In the hospital, I'm like,
Yeah.
dude, this sounds like the flu.
Yeah, it's all flu-like symptoms. I don't really know. The thing that stuck out to me that concerned me was that my smell was gone. And the
Oh
brain
yeah.
fog, it lasted a long time. Like my motivation was just not there. And it took me a while to build my lung capacity back to what it was too. Like I would get gas out and my heart would feel kind of funny after exercise. And it took me a while to build that back up. I wouldn't say maybe a year, I don't know. But it was not a good thing to experience. But
I didn't get
the whole thing about it is that people were afraid that it was like elderly and really obese people were at risk and they were passing away. And I think that was like the biggest concern of it all.
which is what happens with the flu.
Yeah.
Because like I remember as a kid going to senior homes, like relatives. I had relatives that were in senior homes, and I'd have to wait out in the car because
you don't want to get them sick.
I'd have a sniffle, and they'd like, you can't come in.
Mm-hmm.
You got to wait outside, right? You know what happens with our governor? She gets money from Trump to the Noble Showcase building where we have our Comic-Con. It's huge.
Mm-hmm.
To put up a medical facility for people with that. And they put all the stuff in there. They paid $1 million a month for like a year and a half. Never put one person in there. She took them and stuck them in senior citizen homes. She's literally trying to kill people off.
Who's that governor?
Whitmer.
Isn't that the one that went and talked to Trump like a month ago or something? I've heard her name. I don't really know much about her.
Yeah, she's not. I don't even know how she made her second term. I voted for her first term because there really wasn't nobody. I was like, I'll give her a chance, even though she came from Granholm, because Granholm kind of screwed us over too. And I was like, oh no, never again. I didn't. So come time to vote for her second term, I voted against her.
I gotcha.
Everybody I knew voted against her, and there was just like everywhere I went, everybody was voting against her. Like, just walk into a restaurant, people are talking about they were voting against her and stuff. I'm like, okay, so like I'm not getting I don't understand how she passed the second term. I really don't.
Man, I've never been to Michigan. I've always wanted to go because you guys get really good hailstorms, man. And hailstorms, we make a lot of money off those.
Yeah.
It just seems pretty, dude. It's crazy,
Michigan,
man. Like Houston is so diverse, man. We have people from all over the world, dude. And I know you were speaking a little bit about illegals earlier. And at one point, what I do love about Houston is that we welcome people, and if because we man, how do I put this? Like, it accepts just about anybody, you know what I mean? And if you have a will or you have any kind of a spark, you are going to be okay. You're always going to have food and you're going to have a place to live. And that's a good thing, and I like that, we are very, it's almost like we're kind of like foolproof from the rest of the chaos in the country. Like our economy never goes down. Like there's all this right and left everywhere in the world, but for some reason, we just all click here. For some reason, like there's.
Well, that's good.
Like all the polarizing stuff is kind of like there's like an understanding here, but on the opposite side of it, man, there's always going to be a disconnect when you have so many people from other places and other countries. And
there is here.
Let's say it again.
Yeah, there kind of is here, kind of. Even though a lot of them flipped. I'll say the Republican side, but not necessarily the Republican side. But the better people that actually want to help the country out.
Yeah, and when you have like as much as we do from all over the world, Man, there's so much self-segregation, self-imposed, like, they only hang out with their communities and contribute to their communities, and that creates a little bit of a problem, if you ask me. You know what I mean? If you're not doing it for the common of everybody in the
Mm-hmm.
country, the citizens,
Right. That's what you
I
need to do.
just I don't have any room for it. If you're only gonna create opportunities for your own people, that's a problem for me.
Yeah.
Opportunities, should be for, every American here should have that chance to have that opportunity, and
Right.
like a lot of people that come over here create disconnect and they only give to their own communities. And that's always bothered me. It's the downside of having so many people here from all over the world. But there's an upside to it too,
Yeah.
and hopefully like what you're saying earlier, like, illegal aliens just taking money off the system or
Yeah.
that's never going to be a good thing. And I've been a victim of identity theft. I've had someone use my social to work all over the country or is probably sold to a bunch of people, and they're using my thing, and like, guess who's paying the taxes, and
Yeah.
has to go through all the paperwork to prove that it's not me, so I've been affected by illegal aliens, and I don't like it.
Right.
um
Well, that's just my point was like, I just don't understand how people don't understand the difference between legal and illegal. It seems
mhm.
like they don't understand the illegal.
Yeah, I mean, you don't
I'm not
re-up
saying
and
they're
you don't
all
pay your dues.
illegals are bad people. There's a
Yeah.
lot of good, great illegals here. And they might not have known how to get here, and they were just told to do it this way.
Yeah. I
You
mean,
know?
some of them just kind of, their situation is so shitty from wherever they're from. They're taking advantage of this system to make their lives better. And I couldn't say if I was in the same situation, I wouldn't do the same. America's where it's at, just plain and simple.
Right?
Doesn't make it right. Not at all. You know,
Yeah. In
it's a
my
lot of
life, I've always been good with other groups of people.
Mhm.
Um,
Well, I mean, you're well traveled, dude. You're with the army and all that. You know
yeah.
how to,
But
what's
even like in
what's
high
good and
school,
stuff,
man, like a lot of my good friends were different races and stuff, and
Yeah.
that's because I don't know. I always felt like a black sheep, and I always hung out with different groups, and I wanted to see
Sure.
how like what their traditions and stuff
Yeah.
was all the time. I mean, when I went to Korea, I got in good with the Katusas, and the Katusas are military soldiers for the U.S. or Korean military soldiers specifically for the U.S. Basically, you get at least one in every squad, and basically, if the shit hits the fan, they're there for communication. You know what I'm saying? They speak Hangul or Korean really well, so they're to help you with stuff like that. And I got in really good because like a lot of people, man, as soon as they walk up in there and they're like giving them shit and blaming them, that's why they're there and shit. And I'm
Hmm.
like, dude, no, you're here because you
Like South
volunteered.
Koreans coming up and giving them problems.
No, no, Americans. There's actually a certain group of race that really does it really bad. I don't want to say it
Okay.
on
Yeah,
here,
I get it. Yeah.
and so I was always getting arguments and sticking up for them and stuff like that. So you know what happened on the weekends when people had to have passes? I didn't have to have a pass. My chain of command believed in me so much I didn't need a pass, and
Mhm.
the Katusas would take me to all kinds of places that other people didn't see.
Did you wind up picking up a little Korean when you were there?
Um, I met a few.
No, man, not like that. I mean, did you speak any?
Oh, yeah, I was actually getting good by the end of the year,
Good deal.
but I haven't used it since then. So like basically you only remember like the bad stuff.
Yeah.
Like you Paksho Papakudingi is like sorry pussy meat, and you say that to the prostitutes there because they'll just keep bothering the fuck out of you. And once you say that, they walk off.
Well, I get it. Yeah.
You're like, and I learned that from the Catusas.
Catusas, man. I'm gonna have to watch some videos on that, man.
Yeah, they're great, man. I got to go meet some of their families, and you know, and it's same thing in Hawaii. Hawaii, it started all over again. Like I was good with the Filipinos, the Hispanics, the Samoans, and like the Filipinos and Samoans really like took me under their wing, and like I was, I'm like a honorary family member to each group. Like, like I'd be downtown in Waikiki and some drunk people be starting some shit. Here comes some Samoans, and I didn't even know who they were, and they knew who I was. That's how good it got. Like, I should have stayed in Hawaii.
Nice place if they're putting you up, man.
Yeah, but yeah.
I would like to go. There's a lot of places I want to go. I've got a passport that I bought last year, man. I still haven't done anything with it. I used to cross the border to Mexico all the time, even as a kid. We used to just walk across, man. I used to take buddies over there. We just like super bad, dude. Like that show, like it's how we were. That movie is how we were growing up. Like, I'm not exaggerating, dude. We'd be like, I'd be like, okay, I'm gonna go see grandma with my friend. We used to drive down in the valley from Houston, and at night, like we just drive to the border, just walk across, hang out for like hours, just get all sorts of messed up, hang out with the local girls, stumble across back, just stumble across the bridge, dude. You could never do that now, man. It's crazy. Like, it's so dangerous. I would never let my son, do that. And we were like stumbling across at 2, 3 in the morning, like U.S. citizens. Yeah.
I want to take a vacation to Toronto, Montreal, and Quebec.
I want to go to Quebec because I saw a Parts Unknown episode, and that food looked it looked like the best, dude. That food, just their little food scene with their French influence and European influences. It's just like, it's not like so available here. So that really makes you want to go, man. Yeah.
Hey, if you ever come up here, I'll take you. I got this barbecue place if you like barbecue.
Fucking love barbecue, dude. Are you kidding me?
I know you're from Texas. I figured you'd say that.
We love it all too.
My kids are from Texas. Oh, sorry.
I think Kansas City kind of edges it out just a bit. They've got this balance of dry rub and sauce that I've, like
this place has that. This place has, you can get either barbecue sauce or dry rub. They do brisket. They do everything. They got these things called Johnny cakes that are like,
oh, dude, Johnny cakes are badass, man.
Yeah, I think they got a lot of their stuff from the Houston area.
Say it again.
I think they got a lot of their barbecue stuff from the Houston area.
Yeah. I mean, we didn't really have much of a barbecue scene here until maybe just like 10 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Like our barbecue sucked. You'd have to go to Central, East Texas, Northeast Texas to get, good barbecue. We didn't have anything, but like lately we've been having more. I mean, just because of like YouTube, dude, like everyone's like become so much more educated on food, like knowing what a brine is and, what the fuck is sous vide? What is it? How do I do that? Like smoking, it's just become so more accessible.
Yeah.
So there's been a lot of people that let me step up to the plate. Let me make a little shop, and then they're doing it, and then they're succeeding.
Yep.
They've got all the best.
There's a guy in Austin or just outside of Austin, and he used to own, I guess, a food truck. Now he's got 2 restaurants, and he used to take care of my daughter and her friends because when they went to University of Texas, right, and his daughter was in that group. So like I swear every time they go there, they get free stuff if he's there. They go order their stuff and then they go to pay for it, and he'll come out the bag. Goes, oh, they don't pay,
That's
which is
awesome.
really cool. But he brings a lot of stuff from Michigan. A lot of Michigan food, like the Coney Island dogs and stuff like that. And really pretty cool.
How long were they out in UT?
What do you mean?
Your kids?
They're still there. My son just moved back there. He's in real estate.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
my
was
son's
just thinking about that. They have a Taekwondo program over there. Like my son might have a shot at getting like a scholarship with them. You know what I mean?
Oh wow, at the University of Texas.
Yeah.
My daughter,
he's good academically.
My daughter graduated in 21, and she's still going to school because now she's going to become a paralegal. So she's just touching up her degree, basically. My son came up here right after high school, and he went to University of Michigan Dearborn. And then he graduated after 4 years. He goes, Dad, I'm going to take a break. I'm wore out. Because he wanted to be a brain surgeon since he was like 7 years old.
Yeah, I don't even know what.
And he was on his path to that. He got halfway through it, though. But now he's in real estate. He's a loan officer in America. I think it's American Funding in Austin. So, like, I think June 11th or 12th to like the 19th, I'm going to be in Austin.
Nice, man.
Yeah, I'm going to go hit up flea markets and shit and see if I can find
stores out there too.
Yeah. I'm going to see if I can find an actual good steak place. I've been looking every time I've gone down to Texas and I can't find one. So my daughter thinks she found a couple. So
I still can't find.
I couldn't find no hole in the wall like steak places. You know, those are the best, right?
Like
all I could find was
they're done, man. They're so done here.
Yeah, that's what it seems like.
Like there's only one there's a couple that come to mind in Houston. Like Killins is one of them. You know, you can get yourself some real Wagyu, and they dry their own stuff too. There's not really many, man. Steak 42 is another one in Houston. And then the Texas. God dog it. What is the name of this place? It's pretty good, man. Taste of Texas. Yeah, Taste of Texas is good. Get a good porterhouse from them.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, but man, there's not many like old steakhouses, dive places anymore, because you can so easily do it at home now, man. It's not hard.
The 2 or 3 times I've been there, all I ever found was Texas Roadhouse.
Oh, come on, man. That's
I can get that here.
It's good. It's good. I mean, it's not bad.
Yeah,
they do a good job. They're consistent.
But we get that up here. We have
Texas. Man. That's not dude, if I were you, well, you probably have these over there, but I would go to like a churrascaria. You know? Churrascaria in Austin. Let me see if they've got a good one. Don't go to Fogo de Chao. Let me see if I recognize any of these names. There's not, but there's one with a 4.9. That's where you spend like $75, $80 and it's all you can eat, and they just blow your mind. I would do that, man.
What's that called?
Casa do Brasil.
Oh, Casa, we got that. We got that here too.
Okay.
That's a great place. I haven't been there in a while, like a few years, but there's one in downtown Detroit in the nice part. And me and my buddy used to go to that.
Yeah, don't go to like Perry's Steakhouse, any shit like that.
Yeah, Texas de Brazil is good.
No, that's Texas de Brazil. That's different. This is Casa do Brazil.
Casa do. That's it.
Yeah,
My
Casa. Yeah, Texas de Brazil was good though, but
Is
yeah,
there one
I love
around
Brazil
Austin?
Churrascarias, man.
Yeah, is there one around Austin?
Yeah, there is.
Okay.
That's what I'm looking at right now.
Yeah, because even like they even have like seafood there and stuff.
Yeah, hell yeah, dude. They'll
There's
give you
people
like
like seafood.
a little mini seafood platter with like stone crab claws and all that shit. Man, lobster tails. Unbelievable, dude. Damn. Yeah, but man, if like at home, dry brining is where it's at with steaks, dude. If you haven't done a dry brine, that's all you got to do. Just you make it incredible, man. Yeah. Hey, man, I'm gonna go jump off. Get back to my claim.
Okay, bro.
Thanks dude. Great talking to you, Curtis, dude. Good seeing you.
Talking to you. Yeah. Yeah. Have a good day and enjoy your life.
Yeah,
make
man.
it
You
better.
too, best of luck with everything, bro. Later,
yeah,
bro.
make it better if it's getting bad. All righty. You're at work. You finally made it to work, M3. Hey, Andrew. What's up, guys? Love Star Wars. Do you like the direction of the TV show? Too much content or not enough movies to balance all the play? Star Wars. I always love Star Wars. Even if it's bad, I'm going to watch it because there's going to be parts that I like. And then I'll be like, oh, they could have went with this and just kept going, but I have some that I prefer way more than the others. Like, I like The Mandalorian. A lot of people didn't like season 2 as much as the first, and then they didn't like season 3. I liked it all. Season 3 was a little bit out of the 3, a little different, but I still liked it. Let's see what else. I like any of their cartoon stuff is great. The movies, I liked Han Solo and I liked Rogue One. And that's really the ones that I've liked out of everything I've seen. Or everything they put out for movies. So the first prequel movie. See, I can't even think of the name of the prequel movies. There's like the Return of Skywalker and The Last Jedi, and I think, and whatever. But the first one was I gave it a shot, and I was like, okay, I see where they're going. Okay, so the next one should be a lot better. And this was just more of an introductory type thing, but they put a lot of nostalgia in there. So I was like, okay, I'll give them the benefit of the doubt. And that second one came out, I was like, what the fuck? Pardon my language, but that's what I said. I gotta stop saying that stuff. Wait, M3, are you gonna join on in lunch or something? You said I'll see y'all soon. I don't know what that means. No, I haven't watched any scary movies today. All I watched was or listened to some sports shows basically, and started my truck, drove it around, let it run for a few, and then shut it off. And I'm about to probably go out in a little bit, start it up again. And once it starts up, then I can start doing some yard work stuff that I got to get done. Because I need the truck to move something. But yeah, that's about it for me today. Hope everybody's doing well. Hope everybody's doing good. Hope everybody is having a fun day. And if it's not fun, make it fun. Figure out a way to make it fun. Make it better. That's all I can say. Where there's a will, there's a way. So, don't go out causing chaos. Don't go out either pissing people off or letting people piss you off. Yeah, don't let that happen. Make sure you put your wife in her place. Ooh, I wonder if I get any comments on that one. Just kidding. Yeah, nobody's and I get nothing. So yeah, I think I'll call the time. But yeah, hopefully I get this basement done here within the next couple weeks. Hopefully everything's done by around the 1st of June, first week of June. Got a lot of appointments to go to, so that'll bring some stuff. But if this weather here would do well, I might just have to try and do some things down here in the basement with painting, and it might just smell. So, yeah. Well, you all have a great, wonderful, blessed, fun, successful day. And God is my Lord and Savior. I got to put that out. He is my Lord and Savior. And it's a beautiful day to be a neighbor. Don't forget. Would you be mine? Could you be mine? Would you be my neighbor? Later, old school. Old school. That's what I'm talking about. The original guy right there. Old school. M3. TKD Bar. Andrew Coatsworth. What up? But hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful day. And just remember, if it's bad, you can make it better. You can fix it. Sometimes it might take a day to fix it, but it can be fixed. It can get better. Roll with the punches. Get up, dust yourself off, and get back to it. Motivation. Get that motivation. That's what I'm trying to do right now. But y'all have a great day. Love y'all. Peace out. God bless.